If you stay put for the largest number of time, I'm telling you, you will find a lot of answers and a lot of keys before the end of your journey. Yeah, the key is to stay put. The more you stay put, the more closer you get to reality. Many times people quit, but I'm telling you, a little longer if you would have stayed, you would have got realizations and answers of a lot of things. Now, the question is not whether you get the answers or not. The question is, what would you do with these answers? We must be reasonably daring enough to face the truth and take appropriate actions and do something really encouraging, something which is very dramatic enough to and make some mid-course corrections in our life. You know, when a child is enrolled in school, they take the first examination maybe after 3 weeks, and then another examination. They call it unit tests and semesters and assignments and assessments and a lot of these things. There is not just one test a year, but there are many tests coming up through the year. You know why? Because they can see if there is a problem ahead in time and make the changes. That's called as mid-course correction. How often do you check your bank account? Once every 3 years? No, right? You will be in for disaster if you do it once every 3 years. How often do you check your bank accounts? Once a month, that's appropriate. How often do you ask these questions and check these areas of your life which are very important? I don't know what are the important areas to you in your life, but if it is health, I'm sure you should do some questions on it every 3 months. If it is wealth, then probably every 3 weeks. If it is career or relations or socials or equities or skills or spirituality, I don't know what are the important areas of your life, but I'm telling you, you better be questioning it. You better question those, challenge those, get the answers and conduct those mid-course corrections on it if it is important. And then comes the change. And I'm telling you, if you change, you bring in some results which is going to change everything in your life. This is going to be a great triumph, not just for you, but for your family, society, and people you're connected with. If you see children these days, they ask a lot of questions on a lot of aspects of life. They ask because they don't know when to stop. They don't know that they're not supposed to ask, and that's a great aspect of life. You were a child once, and you too must have asked a lot of questions, but as you grew through life, I don't know what happened. The adults these days don't ask too many questions. They take things for granted. They assume a lot about relationships, and relationships go for a toss. I'm saying ask these questions. Questions on employability, questions on relationship. How much? How many? Ask and question everything. How many vacations did you take in the last year? How many promotions did you take? How many books did you read? What is your weight? Question everything, because these answers are great numbers. But somehow adults, as they grew through life, they made some change, probably because, or sadly because, the schooling system was very discouraging or punishing. You know, I overheard once when a student went and asked the teacher, "Madam, mera marks kyun kaata yahan par?" And the teacher said, "One more time if you come to me, I will take away even that to mark." You know, sadly, our schooling system didn't encourage too many questions. But you can change that. Yeah, you can change that. And it would be very helpful if there is less discouragement and more encouragement. I encourage you to question every aspect of your life. Every aspect. One of the greatest revelations of our times is the revelation of self. Yes, the revelation of self. And how do you reveal yourself? By this amazing tool of being aware. Being aware. Like Goenka ji says, be aware. That's how he says, you know, this nice voice which would just drill into your system. So be aware, and you will be amazed to know the amount of data that is available to you through this medium of awareness. So how are you going to be aware? Awareness is a tool, and awareness is free, and awareness is available to you. Abraham Lincoln once said if he had 6 hours to cut a tree, he would use 4 hours to sharpen the skill and 2 hours then to cut the tree. I'm telling you, you should also spend a lot of time sharpening your skills. Awareness is a good thing to sharpen. How do you be aware? How do you get aware? How do you be aware at times of your life? And here's it, very simple. Awareness is the easiest, simplest, and the quickest thing that you can absorb and absorb in your modality. Are you ready to get into this mode of awareness? If you're ready, you can just plug on your headphones and and just enjoy this awareness. It's very simple. Take a quiet place somewhere and just sit with your headphones on at this point in time. Whenever you feel it's appropriate, you can just very close your eyes, trusting everything that's going to happen to you in this moment, knowing that when you close your eyes, you can see more clearly. That's right. When you close your eyes, you can see more clearly. And now just sit with your eyes closed in a place with like nothing to prove to anybody or nobody to impress. And just breathe. That one thing that you can do is breathe. And as you breathe, I ask you to be aware of the amount of breath that you're taking in and the amount of breath that you're giving out. That is all what you're asked to do. And maybe one more thing, be aware whether you're breathing from both your nostrils. And just breathe. And just be in this state of breath. This is the breath of life that you're aware of. And it's an awesome thing. The more you breathe, the more you can get aware of this. And keep breathing. And you can continue doing this as long as you want. Whenever you're satisfied with your awareness, you can stop this audio and you can get into your daily routine. I wish you this goodness of awareness, and may you be aware at all times of your life, through parenting, through office hours, through enjoyment, through sports, through recreation. Be aware. Be aware. Be aware.
If you just liked what you saw, hit the like button right now. And if you want to see more of such interesting videos, subscribe to our channel and keep the notification on. Write to me in the comment section and let us know what is that you want to hear more on the immense and infinite possibilities of the human mind. Up until the next time we meet, bye.